Well, here's the thing, Brian. You are not a conservative if you do not support Donald Trump. And it's crazy to me that I hear Ben and I hear Matt using conservatism as a shield. They're now all of a sudden concerned about conservative values. Well, where were they with John McCain, who was for cap and trade, who was against the Bush tax cuts? Where was the Never McCain movement? Where were they with Mitt Romney, who laid out the blueprint for Obamacare? Where were they leading the Never Romney movement? The fact are, those movements didn't exist. What you have going on here is an establishment, an elitist establishment that is rejecting their voters, that says we know better than our voters.
Take
we
it,
see
Jesus.
that embodied in Paul
Take
Ryan.
the wheel,
And
Jesus.
we see the
It's
courage
Monday.
of leaders like John McCain and Mitch McConnell come over and say, you know what, my voters aren't agreeing with where I stand, and therefore
That's all I'm
time
hearing
for the
right
party
now.
to change
Now
rather
you're
than
gonna
kicking
play.
out our
All
voters.
right,
This
you
party
can
would
just
not
shut her
exist
up because I
after
just
the
wanted that.
voters.
I just to get that first part.
No, I wanted
Okay.
to do that on TV. Just shut her up.
Okay, so first off, my friend Ben Howe was on CNN. What was that, Saturday morning? He was on. Do you want, okay, here are two ways that I can do this. By the way, happy second hour to you. I'm Dana Loesch. This is The Dana Show. Two ways I can do this. I can either be real or I can be nice, Dana. Which one do you want? Which one y'all want?
Am I voting?
Yes. Which one y'all want?
I want the real Dana.
You want real or do you want nice? You
I
want
want to hear
real
what nice is after I get real.
or do you want nice?
Why don't you get real first, and then I want to hear what nice is about.
Ready? Just play the first part of that again, Peter, if you don't mind. And then just after she says, if you don't support Trump, then you can just stop her. If you don't
Well,
mind.
here's the thing, Brian. You are not a conservative if you do not support Donald Trump.
Okay, thank you. All right, here I go. Who the hell is this chick? Who's this chick? You heard of her before?
No, I haven't.
I never heard of her until a week ago. Who is she? I had to look her up because I didn't know who she was. And I thought, well, surely someone who has established themselves as this keeper of the flame, as someone who has established themselves as the definer of what is or is not conservatism, surely this person with they have mondo expertise and they've been in the trench and they've got the bruises and scars to prove it, right? So I went in and I looked and I just tried to see what her background was. And beyond from having her lips overdrawn so she could repeatedly appear on talking cable news as a talking head for a particular issue, this chick has not been in any sort of battle, nor has she ever been on the front line in anything ever. So you can back up, Miss, I don't know what her name is, Kayleigh, I don't know, back up, stay in your lane. Because number one, Ben and a number of other people have been out there on the front line since 2008, since before the election. There were people out there pushing back against George W. Bush's big government. I was one of them. There were people who went after John McCain. I did not like John McCain. I did not support John McCain. And it took him putting Palin as VP as part of his ticket to even get me to come around to reconsider him. That's number two. Number three, we also did not support Mitt Romney. I definitely did not support Mitt Romney to the point where I was in fights daily with people about this. And even more to that, I was there in the streets, and so were these other individuals that she's criticizing. We were there doing the phone banking. We were there going door to door. We were there going to different cities and different towns and fundraising and doing all of this stuff. Where was this chick? How dare you? Where was this chick? We have enough of these dilly barhead, bleach blonde people out there shrieking about, well, if you're not conservative, if you're not this. I'm sorry, where the hell were you several years ago? Seriously, let's have this conversation. Where were you several years ago? Because I surely didn't see you out there to my right or my left. I didn't see you out there when we had people straight coming up to our front door. I didn't see you out there when we were putting our names on it. We were putting our names on our opposition and we were getting blasted. And baby cakes, this was more than just going on television and flashing them pearly whites and your flat-chested red dress, oversprayed, bleach blonde hair while you sit here and you preach all this stuff about who is or isn't a conservative. You like Trump? Let me act like him for a minute, all right? I bet you love me now. Done with this crap. Who do you think you are? You didn't do the heavy lifting. These people didn't do the heavy lifting. And they want to sit here and they want to act like they can define what is or isn't conservative. I haven't even gone so far, even anywhere close to saying if you don't support who I like, then you're not a conservative. I've never said that about anybody. And it doesn't give her the right to do it either. Don't sit here and preach to me about manners. That's out the window. I didn't say anybody had blood coming out of their wherever, so you can forgive me over that, I think. Right? I didn't say anybody was involved in the JFK assassination, right? Kane, I think I'm probably given some grace on that one, right?
Right.
Where these people think they were at. I've been out here. Ben's been out here. A number of these people have been out here. We got records showing where we were at. Where were you? Oh, you think that just fighting is what? Just going on TV and talking for a couple of seconds, that's it? You think that is gone, done enough? Where was this chick in Mississippi in the fight against Thad Cochran? Where was this chick in Kentucky in the fight against Mitch McConnell on behalf of Matt Bevin? Let me take you back even more. Where was this chick back in New York 23 against Didi Skozafava? That was my first battle, by the way. Google it. I got involved in that race. Guess who I was against and who hated me for it for a long time after that? Didi Skozafava was a Democrat who was running against Doug Hoffman, who was a conservative. And they decided they didn't want Doug Hoffman. Doug Hoffman was too conservative, so they were going to recruit Didi Skozafava, whose husband was a big-time Democrat-supporting union organizer. Skozafava herself had voted Democrat her entire life, and they recruited Skozafava in New York's 23rd Congressional District because they did not want somebody like Doug Hoffman, who was a principled conservative. And when they recruited her to run as a Republican, guess what Hoffman did? He decided to go third party, and he ran as a constitutionalist. I got involved and I helped raise money. And guess who came out in favor of Didi Skozafava? Guess what principled intellectual conservative came out for Didi Skozafava? The same person right now who is trying to define who is or who is not an elitist, Mr. Newt Gingrich. And I was on CNN and I lost my ever-loving mind on this man over this race. He was on the wrong side of it then. He's still on the wrong side of it. Now he's out there trying to act like none of that happened. Oh, no. No, we didn't forget. So I don't remember this chick being involved in any of these. I don't remember her being involved in any of these races. None of them. None of them. That being out there in the trench, those people who have been out there, who have been taking the arrows, those individuals, I don't care how mean I sound. I really don't care right now. Somebody's going to try to get me for getting personal. Well, you know what? She just got personal there. She was trying to make this not about the primary and about the candidates involved in the general. She was trying to make it about Ben Howe and about other people. She made it personal first. Here's my mantra. Don't want nothing, don't start it. I mean, you're welcome to step 2 anytime. She made it personal first. I'm just doing it the Trump way. You come at me, I'll come back at you 3 times as hard. You like it now? Because I can go harder. These individuals have paid their due. And they don't have to apologize to anybody for hesitating on anything or having a different opinion on anything. Because while some of these people were preparing for television careers, other individuals were actually out there doing the heavy lifting so that these people could talk about it with lip gloss on television. Let's kick it into quick 5.